What's going on, everyone? We are back with another episode of the 617 Sports Pod, and we're going to be covering the Red Sox latest series against the Padres. Some more of the same and none more of anything going better, seriously. I mean, it was some more promises and some more better performances from certain players and pitchers and batters, but overall
Mm-hmm.
just wasn't great. But we're going to dive into it, give it our thoughts, and we're going to do a little bit different of approach. We're going to spend a little bit less time diving into the last series and kind of concern our express for the entire team in general instead of
Concern
just
our express.
express our concern. And now that we're three series and kind of take a look at this team from a whole season perspective instead of just individual series. But with that being said, straight out the bat from game one, I mean, this was Sonny Gray. He had a good outing. He definitely did a lot better than his first game. He showed a lot more control. He went 6 innings, only 2 runs. He was
Not many strikeouts. He had a lot.
not many strikeouts, but
Mm.
the velocity from his the bat velocity, the exit mile per hour, was down 10 miles per hour from his first start to his second one. So his first game, his average bat exit speed was 96.5, I think. In his second start, it was 86.5 or like 85. So it was down like 10 miles an hour. So he was generating more ground balls. He was getting less power contacts, just more ground balls, more easier balls for the defense to read. Not as worrying. I really needed a good start out of him, and to me, he delivered. He went 6.
I'd say so. That's a good outing. I'll take it.
He went 6, something that Crochet didn't even do in a start. Connolly early has yet to do. Bayo, Suarez. So I think he was actually the first one to go 6 innings. Crochet.
Yeah, I'd say that was our second best pitching game besides the very first game.
Yeah. Other notable things from that first game, Mayer got the call late in the game. They brought in the pitcher because he was coming up to the box. They brought in a lefty to throw to him, and Marcelo Meyer, first pitch, shit on a fastball, just middle of the plate, inside, pimped it, dude. And it was awesome, man. He really.
I was at that
It
game.
go ahead.
I was at that game. I didn't. I heard it come off the bat. I couldn't really track it, but I was like, it didn't really seem like it was going to make it out, and it did barely just make it out over in right field, but I was for sure that it was like not a home run, and then it just snuck over the wall there and pimped in 2 runs. He went 2 for 2. He came in late. He went 2 for 2. So his bat was hot, as it has been all year. He's probably the second most consistent bat other than Abreu.
I think he's 6 for 18 right now.
Yeah, so he's batting above 300. 18. Small sample size, but
yeah.
But yeah.
Other than that, the pitching was actually really good that game. Weissert came in. I've said it before. I've said it twice already this year. I'll say it again right now. Weissert with the clean inning. He came in. He went 1, 2, 3, and he just delivered. Slayton came in. 1, 2, 3, delivered. Chapman came in. 1, 2, 3, delivered. Like the thing I mentioned about Weissert is like he's had like 5 appearances. 2 of them he gets clean innings. He gets out of them. The other 2 he gets thrown into shitty situations where the pitcher went too long, or he gets thrown into a guy on first and third and he lets up home runs. Like every time, it's just something I've been noticing. Every time he gets a clean inning, he delivers. If he put him into a high leverage situation and there's already runners on, he has not been delivering for you. But it only happened in the third game, and the bullpen was short. Whitlock was gone, and we've been digging into our bullpen because the starters haven't been going 6 innings, but is what it is.
They haven't even been going 5 for the most part.
Yeah, I know.
It's rare to get 5 out of them.
Dude, where is this sound?
But yeah, no, I like the first game. Like I said, I was there, so it's a little different watching it in person versus on the TV and stuff. You don't necessarily pay attention to every single at bat and whatnot. But yeah, Marcelo's bat saved the team there. Contreras pimped one over onto Lansdowne Street.
Yep. And another thing too was Durbin's defense at third. He was getting the work all day, and he didn't.
Yep.
He
Yeah, he
didn't
was
mess up.
busy over on the corner. He had his first hit that game. The park was going wild.
Well, his first at bat, I think he struck out or he ground out.
Yeah,
And everyone was booing him.
It was his
He was
second or
getting some
third at
boos.
bat.
He was getting some boos at first, and then finally, man, stood up to that plate and just delivered. Good for him, dude.
Yeah, but
and he got a hit
not
2 games in a row now, through two.
Yeah,
Game 2 and 3, I think.
Probably, I can't remember. I know he definitely had one that first game, and then yeah, he had one that second game, and then did he have one today? Nope. Yeah, not to get too deep into the first game, it looked fine. I mean, pitching was fine. It wasn't great. I'd say it was good.
But it was the most complete game to me from the first game against the Reds. As far as like the pitching was there, the batting was there, the defense was there. It was the
batting was there, but it wasn't. I think realistically, only 4 guys got hits, but those 4 guys produced when they did get hits.
Yeah, but I think Abreu.
Or no, wait, no, everybody. No, wait, no. Sorry, I'm thinking of the second game. Everybody got a hit that game except for Trevor Story.
Yeah, we'll talk about him at the end. I'm gonna save my piece for him at the end. But yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
First game back at Fenway, needed that. You know, you thought you would have got a little more leverage on the series, but then you go into game 2. I'm like, all right, game 2. I was excited. Sonny Gray came out, had a good, way better outing than his first one. Needed that.
So Sonny Gray,
for him, like multiple reasons we needed that.
Yeah, we needed it for sure. Hopefully, boost his confidence a little bit.
Well, yeah.
We shall see. Hopefully, he can keep it up because I mean, he had over 200 strikeouts last year. So
yeah,
hopefully he can carry at least like 90% of that momentum. But
so yeah, like
game 2,
that game, I figured like Connolly Early was gonna kind of have a repeat performance of his first outing, and I wouldn't call it shitty. I wouldn't call it great. I would definitely call it.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. Yeah, I mean,
his first inning was fine.
4 innings. 4
Yeah,
walks.
His first inning was fine. 2 and 3 started to crumble, and then he started to come back a little bit in the 4th, and then he just crumbled hard.
Yeah,
a lot of walks. He had
Weissert had to come in.
Yeah, he had 4 walks there. Watson came in.
3 hits, 2 earned runs. Oh, it was Watson?
Yeah. He came in. It looks like on the box score, it looks like he did fine. For what he is, yeah.
For a Rule 5 draft pick, he shows a little bit of unpromising things where he just kind of gets to a couple guys on base, but he's gotten guys on base a couple of times now and gotten himself out of it. So for what he is, Ryan Watson's been one of the more reliable guys. I mean, Weissert, he's been choking in high leverage situations. Oviedo, we saw what he did with a 70 pitch performance. He wasn't good. Giovanni Moran, I think he's pitched 1 game. I think he pitched like shit,
and he was pretty bad. Yep, 2, I think 1 or 2, but yeah, he was bad.
If it's not Whitlock, Slayton, and Chapman, it's like they've been pretty. Getting Sandoval back.
This game again. Story had no hit.
Yep.
Meyer went 0 for 3. Narvaez went 0 for 3. A lot of guys like Rafaela had a couple hits, and Anthony had a couple hits, but this game, I remember there was
every game someone's struggling.
Right. There's no consistency. And this is a way different game if your fucking team can actually do a goddamn thing with runners in scoring position. But that is not the case. Andrew Monasterio had a nice pinch hit at bat to drive a run in. I think it was a sac fly or like a sac ground out. I think he got was when Monasterio came in, was that the was it ruled an error on the short on Machado?
I didn't see that part. I think I was sleeping.
Looking at the box score, I think that's what it was. Looking at the box score, it was an RBI, but it didn't count as a hit. And he made it on base. But it says he's 0 for 1, but it must have been an error. I don't think it was a sac fly. But regardless, I think it was a sac fly that put us to tie it up. in the bottom of the eighth, or I don't think this game went into the
Bottom of
extras,
the
did it?
eighth.
Yeah, it was bottom
No,
of the
I was
eighth.
definitely watching
Monasterio
that part
pinch
of
hit.
it.
Mm-hmm. Bottom of the eighth, pinch hit. Monasterio ties it up. Everybody was questioning why. It was because he was going in to hit for what's his face? I think it was Abreu, maybe, or not Abreu. Meyer. I can't remember. Ugh.
This pinch hit for. He's at the top of the lineup. Ooh, was it Contreras or
It
Duran?
might have been. I don't know, but I know people were questioning it online, and Monasterio delivered. I can't. It was ugly, but he delivered. It tied it up, and then we send Chapman out there, bottom of the ninth, and he just gets teed off on. Like that
Yeah,
was
he got
not.
2 hits in a row. He got Connolly early. He struck out Tatis 4 times, or
Yeah,
3 times actually.
4
Yeah, no, I think he had 3, and then someone else struck him out.
or yeah,
I don't. Early
yeah.
didn't strike him out himself 3 times. 4. He had 3 of them. I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe Kelly or Weissert had another one. But guy's cold all day. You bring in a guy like Chapman, well rested, mind you.
Yeah,
He hasn't pitched since the beginning of the Houston series or end of the Red series. Like I can't even remember. That's how long it's been. And what does he do? Comes in, lets Tatis piss one to the left center,
just
and then Machado follows up. And next thing you know, it was wraps. Roman gets a line drive to left field, tries to throw it home. I guess they're calling it an error, and
yeah, way off target throw. Not that I don't really think it stood a chance, even if it was.
yeah, it is what it is. I just
Yeah,
when you get like the reliever, the games you got out of your relievers, like Weiser, Slayton, Coulomb, Danny Coulomb, and Kelly, they all
Danny
came
Coulomb.
in. They all came in and did their thing. Like early
Weiser
struggled,
didn't pitch that game.
game 2.
Yeah, no. Just
Oh,
Watson,
okay.
Coulomb,
So
Slayton,
Watson,
and
I keep
Kelly.
getting them confused for some reason, but Watson came in, did his thing, took up after Connolly early. Coulomb did his
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like they all did their thing.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Just another like
Just one of
another.
those things. This game. Game 2 was one of those things where if the bats were moving with runners in scoring position, that's a way to.
It's just been the problem throughout the entire 9 games.
Last 2
and
years.
It's like we got yeah, but it sucks because like our bullpen has been pretty shitty, and they give us probably one of their better debuts of the season. Not debuts, but one of their better performances of the season. And what happens? Connolly
Can't
early and
deliver.
Chapman
No.
gets shelled out.
Yep.
I wouldn't say shelled out, but almost.
Chapman, I would say for the standard that I hold him at, I'd say he got shelled.
Yeah, well, that's something I kind of want to fucking. I've told you I've been thinking about. Like his first performance wasn't good. It was 2 long fly balls and a third one that was all contact, no strikeouts. His second performance, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was a blown save, and then he comes out yesterday and. Whether you want to blame it on him getting teed off or Roman's error, I still think Chapman letting up 2 hits back to back is kind of crazy considering he's our closer and what he did for us last year. I can't really completely blame the Roman Anthony throw, but a little bit of both. But Chapman can't come out and get shelled 2 in a row like that.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate.
Not in a low scoring tied game like that. No.
Not 2-2.
Yeah. And then today's game. Today's game was a nightmare. You go up 4-0 off of man, what was that? Duran had didn't he have a base clearing double?
Yeah, 2-run double.
Yeah, base clearing double early in the game. Yoshida hot at the plate. He went 3 for 4, 3 RBIs.
Give that man his flowers. I was talking shit about him pregame.
Yeah. But outside of, Abreu went 3 for 4 as well with an RBI and 2 runs. But I mean, outside Abreu and Yoshida, it was really nothing at the plate. Contreras and Anthony walked. Story got a hit. He broke his couple games slump.
Still a combined 0 for 8 between.
Yeah.
Between Roman Anthony, Contreras, and Trevor Story, they were 1 for 13.
Yep. Abreu and Yoshida had a combined 6 out of the 9 hits.
1 for 20 if you include Caleb Durbin and Marcelo Meyer.
For what?
Like between Roman Anthony, Trevor Story, Wilson Contreras, Caleb Durbin, and Marcelo Meyer, they were combined 1 for 20 today.
Yeah. How many strikeouts? Any idea? It had to have been.
I can't see off the top here, but Narvaez had a nice hit. Got a walk. He was getting on. Like everybody was doing their thing. One thing I will say was I wouldn't say it was in base running error, but Saydon gets called into pinch run for Yoshi, and there was a ball hit to third at Manny Machado, and I think Saydon just jumped a little too early. I mean, there was 2 outs, so
Yeah.
it's kind of tough. He was probably going to throw him out at first either way.
We struck out 10 times today. That's a healthy amount there.
Trevor Story had 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's always that. Caleb Durbin was cold again.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Pitching wise, Ranger Suarez came out hot.
Yeah, he's not impressing me, man. 4 innings, 6 hits, crumbled. 4 runs, 2 walks, dude. Ugh.
Yeah.
Abysmal.
Greg Weissert comes over in the 5th.
Comes over in the 5th. At this point, this is what I want to bitch about. Sorry to steal your thunder real quick, dude. Like, at this point, you already had Greg Weissert warming up in the bullpen at the bottom of the 4th when you guys were batting. He was warming up when Suarez was still pitching in the top of the 4th. So you already had the thought somewhere in your mind that you're bringing Weissert in because Suarez ain't getting the job done. Why do you even bother bringing Suarez into the 5th inning when his shit wasn't there? He's just going to go out in the 5th, keep getting teed off. And now, just like I said 5 minutes ago, Weissert doesn't get a clean inning. He goes out there with a man on first and second or a man on first and third, and he gets teed off on like they're playing t-ball in their backyard. Like, it's ridiculous. Right. Give Weissert a clean inning, and he was already clearly in their plans to go into the game. Suarez was not delivering. Do not put him into the 5th inning. I don't care if you're trying to get another inning out of your starters. None of them have been able to do it. Just throwing them out there into the fire is not helping. It's not.
Right, I agree.
And then to follow that up, you got a rookie on the bump. He goes Tyler Uberstein. He throws 2 great innings. And then what does he do? I'm like, oh, wow.
Great innings. 2 great innings.
28 pitches. He throws them out there for the 3rd inning, and we're in a PS5 party, and I literally said to you, this dude's about to get shelled out, bro. He's making his debut, and Alan Scorer is just going to throw him into the fire in a close game. And what happens? Tyler Uberstein goes out there, and he gets shelled out on, bro. Terrible management.
He had a phenomenal 1st inning he pitched, and then I was shocked they took him out for a 2nd, but they did, and he did good. And then you come out with a 3rd, and you said it, I'll vouch, you said it. Why are they bringing this guy out again? He's going to get teed off on. And lo and behold.
Gets pissed on, dude. Blows the game.
Yeah, pretty much, yep. Danny Coulomb finished that inning.
Single-handedly, that was the tide turner. Like
Danny Coulomb finished that inning. I don't think he's anything special. I haven't seen much from him, but he also
I haven't seen
really,
anything much, but he hasn't done bad. Like
he hasn't done bad either, but I don't. I mean, that's
he hasn't. I don't think he's let up a run.
He's in there till Whitlock comes back.
He was already in the lineup before Whitlock was gone. Kelly and Uberstein got the call out. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've got Coulomb as the setup guy. Well, they tried to use Uberstein as a setup.
Yeah, but I mean, he'll just pitch earlier in the game. I don't think they'll get rid of him.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, no, I don't think they're gonna get rid of him. I didn't say that, but I don't think he's that great. I think if Whitlock was available, he's going in. I mean, Uberstein doesn't even go into the 8th inning.
Uberstein's not even in the game if Whitlock's there. Coulomb would have put in earlier.
Well, he might have eaten up the 6th and 7th, but
well, if Whitlock's there, they don't even have another roster spot for Uberstein. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Because Whitlock's having a kid and Oviedo, so either Kelly or Uberstein would have had to got sent down. But yeah, I like Coulomb. He hasn't done anything. Put it this way, I'm not like defending him. I just think I don't think he's let up any bad innings compared to Weissert and everybody else. So until he shows wrong, until he fucks up bad, I'm not. We need all the help we can get.
Right.
You know.
But yeah, I mean, today's game
into the season, I'm like,
you blow a 4-run lead, you mismanage the bullpen,
You get it back to 6-6, and then
Yoshida has a great game, but other than that,
3
Yoshida
RBIs
and
for him,
Abreu
3
have
for
some good
3.
knocks.
They just
But other than
between
that, it's the same issues, not scoring
Yoshida,
with runners in scoring position.
Yoshida, and Willier Bonds and Narvaez, like there's just no consistency on offense, and they're generating like most of the runs. Myers got a
Right.
couple, but it's just awful. And I just think like I know I've mentioned it to you. There's so many mouths to feed on this team, and it's just so hard to get. Maybe they're just not all cooperating with their roles or something. Like 5 outfielders, 2 of them playing DH. Now you got Roman playing DH because he made 1 error yesterday. Masataka in the field, and you got all these guys who are fighting for spots. You got Caleb Durbin, who's I'm sure, like if Romeo was here, he would be potentially losing his spot. Like Marcelo Meyer, IKF is here. Like the only person on this team who doesn't have a backup position is Wilson Contreras. Everybody has a backup. IKF can play from third to second. Caleb Durbin can play from third to second. Like you got Monasterio, you got IKF. People mess up. They got players to replace them. Duran messes up, Roman will play for him. Roman and Duran are both messing up. Somehow Yoshida will get all the playing time because Alex Cora loves him way too much. Like Sadon can play second base and shortstop. The only 2 people on this team that get a break and don't just seem to have any precautionary actions are literally Trevor Story, who single-handedly goes out there every fucking day swinging at batters in the other side batter's box, and Wilson Contreras. They don't have backups on this team, and they just can just play every day. Trevor Story cannot hit a ball, and he makes a fielding error every game, dude. Every game he has an error, it feels like. And he's bad as useless. He had 1 home run in like the first or second game and 1 hit 2 days later. I think that's all he's done. I think he has 3 hits in like 9 games, dog. He's terrible. And he can't throw the ball. Put him at second base. He can't throw the ball across the diamond.
Right. We've seen that a couple times already. We saw that
multiple
today.
Times. He saw it today.
Underthrew.
Contreras had to save him.
Yeah. Contreras hosed whoever the base runner was at second.
Didn't get his glove down on the ground for a routine ground ball in Houston. He's short-armed the ball in Cincinnati, bro. Get him out of here. He makes $25 million, bro. Care if he was our best hitter last year. He's shit. The only person that gets to play. He's played every game for what? He does not get taken out. For a team that's so stingy on paying people money and not wanting to pay players big contracts. He makes $25 million. He don't seem to get held to any sort of standard around here. I'm just saying.
That's bad ownership, John Henry.
It's terrible. He does not have any precautionary actions. Just goes out there every day and fucking sucks. It's fucking facts.
Yeah, overall, San Diego series was a disaster. I said we got to win 2 out of 3. Now we're on to 7-2 Milwaukee Brewers. I think in Milwaukee. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Thought it was home.
It might be. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm checking that right now.
I mean, if you don't take 2,
home or away,
if you don't take 2 out of 3 in that series, that's gonna be scary. If you can't at least take 1. If you can't at least take 1 game in the 3-game series against Milwaukee, then I think it's time to start sweating. Because at what point, it is still early, but at what point do you stop saying, "Oh, it's still early"? I mean, some of these guys are coming up on their second start.
Look, I know it's all of our just opinions, and we just sit here and shoot the shit because we're pissed off and whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm already panicking. Like I'm worried. This team is bad. Like
yeah,
we have
it's
3
really
series
bad.
in. We have 3 series in. We have 2 wins. Like this is bad.
You're digging yourself.
Crochet's getting shelled out. Suarez is getting paid $130 million over the next 5 years. He hasn't done shit. Trevor Story's still on contract through 2027. He can't do shit. Caleb Durbin, he's all right, I guess. Like he's been all right. Roman Anthony's been underperforming.
You've got to take at least 1 game in this next series, and if you can't do even with that, I'm still in panic mode. You're gonna have pitchers coming up on their third starts. Garrett Crochet and Sonny Gray will be on their 3rd start. If you can't at least get 1 here, I mean, you're gonna start the season off 2-10, maybe 3-9.
Fucking bad, man.
don't picture us sweeping the
Like
Brewers right now.
I need to see a lineup change. I need to see shakeups in this lineup.
The
Dude.
lineup is disgusting. Bump Trevor down to fucking 7.
Roman Anthony needs to stop leading off. I do not want Roman Anthony leading off this damn lineup. I want Jarren Duran, Wilson Contreras, Carlos Narvaez, and then Roman Anthony. Like, I want big dogs up there that are going to hit the ball. Put Cedon in the 5 hole, who's going to spark the second line. Put Marcelo Meyer at 6th behind Cedon, Caleb Durbin, and then I forgot about Abreu.
Yeah.
Put Abreu at 5, Cedon 6, Meyer 7, Durbin 8, Story 9.
I don't care where it goes, but it just needs to be Jarren needs to lead off. Roman's got to be in the 3 or 4 spot. Abreu's got to be in the other one. And then it's just whatever else you want to do, like play game by game, whatever. But Roman Anthony leading off with Trevor Story right behind him it's not producing shit.
I don't know why Jarren Duran lost his leadoff spot anyway. He did fine at it last year. Roman Anthony did a lot better in the 3 or 4 hole last year.
He's like the epitome of a leadoff guy. He's fast. He's got power. He gets on base. He's good for doubles, triples, and then you throw another batter behind him, and then after that you get Roman at the plate, who's a power hitter. You get
I would literally go Duran, Narvaez, Contreras, Roman, Abreu, Cedon, Meyer, Durbin, Story. Whoever I'm missing.
Yeah,
maybe,
it's gotta.
I don't know. Something's gotta fix.
It's bad. The lineup's bad. Roman Anthony can't lead
Pitcher's
off.
gotta give us 5. Pitcher's gotta give us 5. Like,
at
there's
minimum.
Just so much shit I need to see for this next series. And we're trying to fix so much against the 7-2 Milwaukee Brewers team, dude. Caleb Durbin already can't hit. He's gonna go face his old team. I can only imagine he's gonna be in his head just a little bit.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like, who are they beating? Maybe we're like overreacting. Who we got? They beat the Royals. They're a decent team. The Rays. The White Sox. I mean, come on. All right, so they played a good team. They played 2 good teams. I mean, they beat the Reds, who we couldn't beat, so.
Yeah, right.
I just need to see some changes, and I need to see him quick. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I really don't. That's really, like, the majority of what I got. And I got nothing. I just hopped right into it. We need fixes. We need people to fix their shit 9 games in. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I would love to win 2 of these games, but
even one would be a huge boost, which is sad because only taking 1 is still terrible. Yeah, right.
That's what it is. Just gonna take it game by game and day by day, and fucking deal with the fucking results. Team's awful. What's really gonna worry me is Suarez's next start. I'm watching this dude close, bro. Like, I'm watching his every pitch next start. Like, I am not missing a pitch of Ranger Suarez's next start. I'm not doing it. I'm like, oh, dude, he's so bad.
You know what was a funny thing though? Our batting order came out and let Walker Buehler look like Shohei Ohtani on the dish, and then very shortly into the 3rd inning, he crumbled. Per usual, was tossed. So
top of the 3rd, like, what did he throw? 65, 70 in 3?
What do you mean?
It was at least pitches. He threw like 60, 70 pitches in 3 innings.
I don't know. I didn't look at the pitch count, but
it was minimum 60. I remember seeing that, but
right.
Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. And that's what pisses me off, because we needed to come out against Walker Buehler, shell him out, get our confidence back. We got Milwaukee coming to town tomorrow night. Like, we needed today, dude. We needed this game. We needed to beat a also struggling Padres team, and we failed to do that. The direction of this team is so unknown, and I can only imagine what the vibes in the locker room are like, dude. Clubhouse, whatever. It's bad, but
yeah, it was ugly.
You want to do your little fun segment? You got one today?
I do not have one. I can come up with one right here. Let's see. So Sox play tomorrow. They take on the Brewers tomorrow at home in Fenway.
Yeah.
What if you had to bet on it? Let's say you got $1,000 on the line here. I'm gonna give you two here. Two questions. Does Bayo make it out of the fifth inning? Does he
No.
go to 6? I don't think so either.
He can't do that on a regular day. You think he's going to do it against the 7-2 Milwaukee Brewers? Fuck no.
Right. And then next question. Let me look at the lineup here real quick. Let's see if they released the lineup. I'm sure they did.
For tomorrow?
Yeah, sometimes they do. No, they did not. Okay.
What are you thinking?
Let's see here.
Connor Wong will probably play
okay.
tomorrow.
Huh?
Wong will probably play tomorrow.
Yeah, he's Bayo's catcher usually, so that would make sense. But
And Harvey's been in there a couple games.
Just predict the final score.
For being real, dude.
Yep, I already got one in my head.
10-2.
I was thinking 7-2.
Yeah. Low expectations.
I think Bayo will let up 4 or 5, and then the bullpen will let up 3 or 4.
Yeah. I'm saying this now 25 hours ahead of time before the game starts tomorrow. And come 9 o'clock tomorrow night, you could text me, and I'm still going to be pissed off, even though I knew the fucking results of this game 25 hours beforehand. Because the Red Sox fucking suck.
We're doomers, but it's hard to not be.
I don't care.
Until they can go on a 3-game win streak, I'm going to be a doomer.
This team has expectations, and they're far from meeting them, dude.
We're in the basement. We're in the basement of the league right now, tied up with like the A's and the White Sox. Maybe one other team.
Absolutely abysmal, but I guess that's all I got. Because I could sit up here and shit on this team all
That's
day.
all I got, yeah.
I'm sure people don't want to listen to it.
There's not much to deep dive into. It's just that, this is our third series, our third video now, and it's been the same song and tune. It's just bad pitching followed by bad bullpen, followed by slow bats. The bats did pick up. They will. I don't think it's gonna remain that way.
I hope it does. I need Roman Anthony.
I hope it does. Of course, I hope it does.
I need Sadon to turn it up a bit. I need Trevor Story to make some damn contact. I need Marcelo Meyer to kind of kick it back into gear, kind of cooled off a bit. I just need to see way too much. But
yeah,
I guess
I'm holding Brian Bayo, dude. What's tomorrow's? He's at the bottom of the rotation. So I think it was mediocre. It was good, and then he crumbled real quick.
Yeah. But yeah, because the first and fourth he crumbled, but 2, 3. I remember. First and fifth were bad, but 2, 3, 4 were good. I remember now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll.
We shall see. I guess
touch base again on fucking Wednesday.
Yeah. Yep. Wednesday night.
Well,
I'll be tuning into the game tomorrow while I'm at school.
Oh yeah.
We shall see. I'm keeping a close eye on Bayo. I'm not as concerned as like at Ranger Suarez or Sonny Gray like you are, but Brian Bayo, man, it's just like he's a young dude, and I have just yet to see anything about him. I'm like, he's just too streaky, man.
Yeah, I agree.
But
we'll see.
Hopefully tomorrow he can do. So. I don't want people to think I'm some Red Sox hater or anything. I'm
going to sit here and watch 130 out of 130, 120 games. I'm going to watch them. Like,
right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm going to sit here and watch damn near every game I can. But when they're giving me results like this and I'm sitting up here putting my life...
I'm going to be mad. I'm paying all this money for all these subscriptions to watch them. And they're putting out a shitty product, so...
Sitting here talking in front of a camera and shit on the Red Sox... Sounds good to me, but almost forgot. Happy Easter, everyone. If you guys are still listening to this point, probably should have said that in the beginning. And if you're listening to this tomorrow, happy Monday. Hope everyone has a good rest of their week. But thank you guys for listening. Always thank you for your support. Send it to a friend on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and we are out. Peace.